What does it mean to be the fastest sim racer? About half a year ago, I answered this question with the shortest lap time possible in iRacing, but a lot of people pointed out that this is probably more like the quickest lap and not the fastest lap. The fastest lap would be the lap with the highest average top speed out of anything possible. So I bided my time and waited for the perfect opportunity to take both the official and the unofficial speed record in iRacing. So let's hop right in and see how me and my friends became the undisputed fastest iRacers ever. Getting an official world record in iRacing means that your time has to be put on the leaderboards under either a practice, a qualifying, or an official race session. And for this video's purposes, I am not counting any of the glitch lap times that would equal an average speed much higher than is possible on the track. I am purely going for what is obtainable normally on iRacing. Out of all iRacing combinations to go official, there was only ever going to be one combination that would fit the bill of being a candidate for the fastest lap ever. I did a test a while ago to see which car in iRacing was the fastest unaided top speed car in the game. And while you may think it would be maybe the Mercedes W12 or the IR01 or maybe one of the NASCARs, it turns out that the Dallara IR18 as of right now has the highest top speed single car in the game. The IR18 is able to top out at about 240 miles an hour. This is a few miles an hour quicker than the IR01 currently, and then a lot quicker than other cars such as the W12, any of the prototypes, the LMPs, all of that. There is one interesting exception to this, but we will go over that later. But the IR18 at Talladega is not one of those crazy combinations that you'll never see on iRacing. In fact, IndyCar races there officially in iRacing every so often. So I just had to bide my time and wait, and then at that point, swoop in and try to get the official fastest lap in iRacing history. But it wouldn't be that simple, because of course I couldn't do it alone. Everything I've been talking about so far is just single car speed, but with drafting, the IR18 can get up to about 259 miles an hour. This speed difference is massive, but also poses a very interesting problem. How do you build a run for an entire lap where you are 20 miles an hour faster than every other car around you without hitting anybody? Well, one way to handle all of this speed and all this drafting would be to do it in an official race, is what the current world record did from Robert, which you can see right here. But I didn't know if I wanted to do this in a race because it seemed kind of unfair to join races just to do challenges like that. So I thought I could use some friends and we can build a situation in a practice lobby where we could take over the official world record. The plan was like this. I had about 10 legends join me in a practice server. Thank you to all you guys, you can see them right here. And we created a single car draft train for about 10 cars back. We timed this so that 2 cars in the very back could tandem through the draft train and get through the field and call cars out of the way at the last second so that we would never lose a toe, we would never leave the bottom line, and we would never have to check up. This coordination turned out to be very, very difficult, but after almost an hour and a half of trying runs, we finally got this run. Okay, Briley up now, Briley up now, Briley up now, thank you. Alex, now?
Outside. Clear.
Okay, here we go, boys.
38.549.
Not yet, not yet. Blake up now. Gary, get ready. Up now. Now.
Clear.
June,
Okay,
what are you
next
doing?
is Aiden.
Water temp is getting high.
You gotta stay 4/10 back.
Aiden up now. Kirk up now.
Still there. Clear high.
June up now. Now. And Vincent up now.
Get it?
Outside. Clear.
There we go. There, I missed out on the record myself by 1/1000th of a second, but the car I was towing Andrew behind me was able to beat the record by almost a full 10th of a second. You can see how these runs were timed perfectly to where just that last bit, the last bit where I was towing Andrew to the finish line, made all of the difference. The average speed for Andrew's record lap was 258.81 miles an hour officially, but like I said earlier, the car topped out at about 259 miles an hour, so how was this possible? Well, the official distance of Talladega is 2.66 miles, but that is not measured running the bottom like we were. That is measured in the middle of the width of the corner, so a couple lanes up. To give you an idea of my actual average speed, here is my graph from VRS, and it looks like my average would be more or less around 255 miles an hour. So with some fast cars and a lot of teamwork, the Arca Farm, and more specifically Andrew, now owns the fastest official lap in iRacing, but I didn't want to stop there because I want to be the fastest person on iRacing full stop. And we have to go a little bit deeper for that. Earlier I said that the Dallara IR18 is the fastest car at Talladega, and that is completely true. But there is one thing that we overlooked before going into the official section, and that is a track called iRacing Super Speedway. This is based off of Coca-Cola Raceway from the original NASCAR Racing 2003 season game that became a sort of a COVID project for iRacing that they put into the game in 2020. This track is 3 miles long but with sharper banked turns, so actually the Indy cars don't even go faster on this track than Talladega, as Talladega has wider, less banking, and more forgiving angles in the corners. So what the heck does iRacing Super Speedway have to do with this, and how can something possibly go faster than the Indy car at Talladega? Well, let me bring a very old friend out of the retirement home one more time. This is the 2009 NASCAR Car of Tomorrow Chevy Impala. You can see this car featured on all of the old pro races from the 2010 era. But what makes this car so special for this record that we are going after today? Well, whether it be intentional or completely an accident, iRacing does not enable restrictor plates for the COT Legacy Chevy Impala at iRacing Super Speedway, leading to speeds of up to 242 miles an hour single car. But it's not even that, because these stock cars can punch a bigger hole in the air, causing for more drafting, and their rev limiter allows the car to go up to 264 miles an hour in the draft. That should easily clear anything that the IR18 can do at Talladega. This driving combo actually took more focus than Talladega though, because there is a grip strip on the bottom of the track where if you're in it at a certain point in the corner, you'll be able to turn full throttle and not lose any momentum, but if you're above it just a little bit, you will slide up and lose all of your speed. So I decided to run a community race with these cars with the intention of getting this record, but also just having a little bit of fun with the community. And while we were putting down some blazing laps and having a lot of fun in this race, it looked like we weren't going to quite get the result that we desired. Well, that was until the final lap of the race when I put down this run. Okay, I'm dead last. Just line up with me, we might be able to do this.
That leaves one more lap to go.
I'm dead last and I'm just going to try and generate a...
.636.
Nope, get taped behind someone.
Not the wall! Oh man, I was equal with... Man. Wait, I think I'm gonna do it, guys. I think I'm gonna do it. Don't wreck the last corner, please.
I'll stay high. Or...
No. Stay low. Go high, go high. No, that's perfect. Thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Okay, I was
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Yeah, I got out of the way. I could see you.
Let's go!
I was up 19.
What are you doing?
He's got it.
Yes! 41.52.
Yes.
Let's go!
Out of your way.
What was your average?
Let's go! This lap had an official average speed of 263.41 miles an hour, or 423.92 kilometers an hour. And while this run was kind of spur of the moment, and it could be optimized while using a similar method than what we did with the Indy cars before, this run was also pretty darn close to being the best that I could do. With only one tiny blip and running on the rev limiter for essentially the entire lap on a setup that we labbed out to be the fastest possible, there is probably only a few more tenths optimal in this. In fact, we went into a practice session afterwards where another one of our ARCA farmers, Aaron, actually beat this time. Now, did we achieve the highest possible speed in iRacing? No. There are so many glitches with crashes and stuff in iRacing that you will see absurd numbers of speed into the tens of thousands of miles an hour. So we can't claim that just now. But at least for a moment there, I could say that I was the fastest iRacer ever. If you guys want to try this out yourself, I will leave the setup that we used in the description. I think that you'll need about at least 6 or 7 people to at least give it a fair shot, but it is very possible that you could be the next fastest iRacer. Leave a comment down below with the fastest that you've ever gone in a sim racing game, not just iRacing. Alright, thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you all on the track.